So it seems we have some new updates regarding the latest Rammstein developments, and also Marilyn Manson has been in the story apparently. Also, I have not noticed that at all, but we're more interested in the Rammstein side of things. So yeah, like, share, comment, and subscribe. We know these accusations have been going crazy. There's been protests. There's been all sorts of shit. But let's check this out. If you have not gone and followed me on social media on Instagram yet, please go and follow me. And or you can also leave your recommendations on Instagram if you don't want to leave it in the comment section. And yeah, I would love to get to know some of you who've been watching the videos and supporting the videos as of recent. But let's get to it.
All right, so I am on a road trip. Will not be posting as much this weekend and next week, but I wanted to, since it's Friday, I wanted to check in and go over the latest in the Rammstein and Marilyn Manson situations. So we're in a lull right now with the Marilyn Manson stuff. Not really much going on. There's supposed to be a trial with one of the Jane Doe civil cases
Oh,
coming up in like a month or two. But I don't know. Again, we'll see. But I would be surprised to see this actually go to trial. I think it would be amazing to actually have a court case where, in a procedural, structured way,
yeah.
a jury can sort through these ridiculous claims against Marilyn Manson. But I understand, the way things go. Typically, for financial reasons, for practical reasons, they end up getting settled. So we will
Yep.
see. But the Jane Doe court case coming up, that is Chloe Black. Remember, she is the aspiring pop star who came out and accused Manson of various things, and then tried to use those accusations as a way to launch her music career. And so
Yeah. Right. As I said, if you're a real victim of this, if you're a real victim of this, please, yeah, do speak out. Please speak out, please. Love of who knows, just speak out. But then you have these kind of just idiots misusing that whole narrative for their own gain.
she actually put out songs that referenced her background, her issues with Manson. Anyway, so yeah, so this civil suit, it's another money grab, shameless money grab.
Yep.
And unfortunately, a lot of people know that if they accuse someone of stuff and take them to court, that it's very difficult and expensive for people to fight back. And so,
Yeah.
the name of the game with this stuff,
It's
the,
money,
the
bro.
ultimate goal for these people is an easy
Money.
cash settlement,
Exactly.
just like Esme Bianco got. She didn't get very much money from what I've heard. It was a pittance. But, when you're broke, even 100 grand or 200 grand, 300 grand, that's worth it to you, right?
Bro, 100 grand is worth it to me on any day. Let's get the real.
And so, yeah, so we'll see what happens. I would love to have a trial to report on in the Manson case because I think it would really help to expose what's been done to him and to help vindicate him. But I also understand that there are very practical financial things probably at stake here. I
Yeah.
saw one of the big anti Marilyn Manson accounts gloating yesterday about a recently released report on one of these celebrity net worth sites that claimed that Marilyn Manson, Brian Warner's net worth has gone from a high point of 25 million pre-cancellation to now 2.5 million post-cancellation at the point that he's at now,
Damn.
having gone through all of this
Yes.
BS and
Call me psychic. Call me psychic from now
that he's
on.
at now, having gone through all of this BS and continuing to have to fight these legal battles in these civil suits that have been brought against him and in the civil suit that he's brought against Stephen Rachel Wood and Ilma Gore for their defamation, defamatory activities. So I don't know. I have no idea if these net worth sites are correct or not. I don't think there's any way to actually know a celebrity's net worth.
Yeah, this
if
it's most of the time it's not trustworthy. Most of the time it's actually underestimated rather.
there's any way to actually know a celebrity's net worth, if based on these sites, I just think that they're kind of wild guesstimates. But I have to say that, I know that this anti Manson site was really enjoying gloating about his dramatic reduction in net worth. But I want to point out that this is one of the most tragic aspects of these kinds of cancellations is that based on no evidence, nothing but the words of the accusers, someone's life can be destabilized and to
Yeah.
this extent where they can lose most of their net worth. And I think it's important to understand, and I think a lot of people get this, that it is damned expensive to fight these battles in court.
For sure. I mean, and that's what I also said something along the lines of, that's why most people go after these famous bands or these famous people because they know money grabs easy.
And Manson did a really gutsy thing, suing Evan Rachel Wood and Ilma Gore.
Good.
But that's a hard road, and we've already seen how the judge gutted a lot of his lawsuit, and now he's involved in these civil suits. These other women, some of his accusers, suing him.
I just
Man.
found a tool to skyrocket your YouTube Shorts views. YouTube Shorts are fire right now.
So it's not just about the bad PR when someone gets canceled, and
Hmm.
it's about losing their livelihood, and
Correct.
losing their only means of defending themselves. Because when someone's net worth gets to be that low, then in a lot of ways, and I've talked about this before, but in a lot of ways, fighting these court battles, it's just financially impossible, and
Yeah.
so people are forced to the settlement table. And Marilyn Manson very well may be forced to the settlement table in these upcoming cases.
Yeah.
All the more reason, though, why
And it's sad because you spend your whole life building your career up to that point, and then you have some BS like this happening completely unnecessarily, and you end up with. I mean, it's sad.
it's important to get the word out in the PR arena. Um, if the legal arena, if the courts are too difficult, you know what? You can always get people to listen to you in the public arena.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, that's why it's important for those of us who know that Manson is innocent to keep getting the word out. And, we see this in other cases
Like
as
Rammstein.
well, unfortunately. I was talking about the Lizzo thing, and I know people have a variety of opinions on the Lizzo lawsuit. But that lawsuit has some really, really big issues. And the worst claims in that lawsuit are not substantiated. And, again, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, to the people who are suing Lizzo because they're hoping that they can just force her to the settlement table because that's what tends to happen
Yeah.
in these cases. And, there is a reason why that old Eagles song had the lyric in there of, let's kill all the lawyers, let's kill them tonight. Obviously, obviously, it's a joke.
Yeah.
But there is some actual real sentiment behind that, which is that lawyers and our legal system are a big part of this problem of false accusations and Me Too hit jobs. Which brings me to Rammstein,
Oh, here we go.
because Till Lindemann is very fortunate that he lives in Germany and that he can go after some of these media outlets and get court injunctions against these media outlets.
I'm glad he's pursuing that because this is getting. I heard it is getting. His apartment was broken into recently. I mean, imagine the guy was home, bro.
Some of these
All the cowards waited for him not to be at home. Either way,
media outlets and get court injunctions against these media outlets. It's not something, I mean, it can be done in the US, but it's,
much harder.
news magazines, journalistic outlets can be sued for defamation and libel, but it's much more difficult over here because we have more of an appreciation for the free press.
Yep.
And that has its upsides and has its downsides. But in Germany, Till Lindemann, his lawyers, Schertz Bergman, very, very aggressive. They are on top of this shit. And they just received several more favorable rulings. They are racking up
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
court injunctions and the court bans against these journalistic news outlets for
Good.
their BS coverage of the Rammstein stuff.
Music to my ears, man.
And one of the great things, one of the, I guess, the silver linings in this whole Rammstein situation is that it is exposing systematically, story after story, it is
For,
exposing in court, through these court cases and these court injunctions, it is exposing how shitty the mainstream media really are, because these are not, in general, the news outlets, the journalism outlets that are getting slapped with these court rulings. In general, they're not tabloid media. They are Der Spiegel and others. They are prestigious news outlets
Yeah,
that
I heard someone actually left a comment talking about the Spiegel and saying how they were so prestigious and everything, and now with this whole saga, they've kind of lost a little bit of respect.
well, they're not tabloid media. They are Der Spiegel and others. They are
Prestigious.
prestigious news outlets that have excellent reputations. And nowadays with the media, you can't trust anyone.
Nope.
So kudos to Rammstein for that. Kudos to
Kudos.
Till Lindemann. And I just want to say, since I haven't said it earlier in my videos, congratulations to Rammstein for successfully
Yeah.
finishing your 2023 tour.
Let go.
They shot their best shot. The media shot their best shot, and the crazy
And they failed. They
leftist
failed.
feminist activists, they shot their best shot, and the attention seeking biatches have shot their best shot, and they were not able to take out the tour.
Good.
Not able to cancel them like they wanted to. So, congrats on that. And yeah, everybody, check out my channel for more on these cases and other cases and controversies. And as always, my links are below. Appreciate your support. Thanks a lot.
All right, there we go. That's excellent to hear, right? That's excellent to hear. And from the start, I was so skeptical about this whole Ted Lindemann abusing women. I mean, yeah, Till is eccentric. Till is, he has, and we all have other sides. Let's be honest with ourselves. We all have, you know, uh, quote unquote wilder side, if I can say it like that. But I mean, for him to be in the public limelight so much and then just expose himself like that would have been so stupid of him in any way. He wouldn't have done it. Excuse me. But yeah, Marilyn Manson unfortunately is in a whole nother boat. But hopefully, uh, things work out there as well. I'd like to thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.